Hi there. Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey as we step back in time to explore the legendary movie, The 10 Commandments. I'm sure many of you hold fond memories of this classic movie. The 10 Commandments is a timeless gem that has left an indelible mark on cinema history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting the movie with the entire cast, then and now. We'll uncover the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the movie and witness how they've transformed in the year 2023. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of the 10 Commandments together. Charlton Heston as Moses. Moses entered the world as the son of Yoshebel, amid a backdrop of Hebrew oppression that had endured for 4 centuries. However, this period of suffering took a darker turn when the apprehensive Pharaoh Ramesses II got wind of a prophecy hinting at a Hebrew liberator's birth. In a cruel response, he issued a chilling decree, ordering the merciless slaying of all male Hebrew infants born into slavery within the Egyptian realm. In March 1944, Charlton Heston exchanged vows with Lydia Marie Clark, a student at Northwestern University, in a heartwarming ceremony at Grace Methodist Church in the heart of Greensboro, North Carolina. Simultaneously, he embarked on a different kind of journey by enlisting in the military. Heston dedicated 2 years of his life to the United States Army Air Forces, where he served as a radio operator and aerial gunner aboard a B-25 Mitchell medium bomber stationed in the rugged Alaskan Aleutian Islands as part of the 77th Bombardment Squadron under the 11th Air Force. Throughout his life, Heston's passion extended beyond the silver screen into the realm of social activism. He ardently campaigned for presidential candidate Adlai Stevenson in 1956, although his commitment to the cause prevented him from campaigning for John F. Kennedy in 1960, as he was engrossed in filming El Cid in Spain. His dedication to civil rights was further highlighted in 1961 when a segregated movie theater in Oklahoma screened his film El Cid. In a remarkable act of solidarity, Heston joined the picket line outside the theater, standing firmly against racial discrimination. On the morning of April 5, 2008, Charlton Heston departed this world, finding solace in his Beverly Hills residence, where he had shared 64 years of marriage with his beloved Lydia. He left behind a legacy that included their son, Fraser Clark Heston, and daughter, Holly Ann Heston. Although the exact cause of his passing remained undisclosed by the family, media reports later revealed that pneumonia had claimed this iconic actor's life. Yul Brynner as Ramesses. Ramesses, the biological offspring of Pharaoh Seti I and his queen, grew up alongside Moses, who was raised as the son of Seti's sister, Bithia. Little did Seti and Ramesses realize that Moses was not of royal blood. He was, in fact, the child of a Hebrew woman who had hidden him shortly after birth. Bithia had taken Moses under her wing, embracing him as her own son, to shield him from the fatal fate that loomed over him at the hands of her father, Pharaoh Ramesses I. In the year 1941, Yul Brynner marked his debut on the Broadway stage, gracing the production of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, which premiered on December 2, 1941. In this rendition, Brynner assumed the role of Fabian and delivered a handful of lines, showcasing his distinctive Russian accent that tinged his otherwise limited English. Despite Brynner's naturalization as a U.S. citizen at the age of 22 in 1943, during his time living in New York as an actor and radio announcer, a significant decision came in June 1965. He made the choice to renounce his U.S. citizenship at the U.S. Embassy in Bern, Switzerland. The catalyst for this decision was the loss of his tax exemption status as an American resident working abroad. On October 10, 1985, Yul Brynner's life came to an end, a victim of lung cancer. He passed away at New York Hospital, having reached the age of 65. Anne Baxter as Nefertiri. Nefertiri, during Pharaoh Sethi's reign, held the esteemed position of the Egyptian throne princess. Later on, she ascended to become the Queen of Egypt through her marriage to Pharaoh Ramesses II, the son and heir of Sethi. At the tender age of 16, Baxter underwent a screen test for the iconic role of Mrs. De Winter in the movie Rebecca. While esteemed director Alfred Hitchcock deemed Baxter too youthful for the part, her talents quickly secured her a coveted 7-year contract with 20th Century Fox. In 1940, she ventured beyond her home studio to work with MGM, debuting in her first film, 20 Mule Team, where she earned billing as the fourth lead, following Wallace Beery, Leo Carrillo, and Marjorie Rambeau. In the realm of personal life, Baxter tied the knot with actor John Hodiak on July 7, 1946, in a ceremony held at her parents' residence in Burlingame, California. The union bore fruit in the form of a daughter, Katrina, born in 1951. However, the marriage eventually crumbled, leading to divorce in 1953. Although she initially cited incompatibility, Baxter later shouldered the blame herself in her book, confessing, "I had loved John as much," reflecting on their lengthy and frigid emotional winter. A somber chapter in Baxter's life unfolded on December 4, 1985, when she suffered a stroke while attempting to hail a taxi on Madison Avenue in New York City. She clung to life support for 8 days at Lenox Hill Hospital in New York, until her family made the heart-wrenching decision to acknowledge the cessation of brain function. On December 12, at the age of 62, she peacefully departed from this world. Edward G. Robinson as Dathan. Dathan, an Israelite, commenced his life in the shackles of slavery. Yet he skillfully insinuated himself into the trust of the master builder, Baca, ultimately becoming the builder's confidant. When he stumbled upon the concealed lineage of Moses, he made a fateful decision to disclose this revelation to Ramses in exchange for his own liberation. In recognition of his treacherous act, he was bestowed the title of Governor of Goshen. In the year 1915, Robinson marked his inaugural appearance on Broadway in Roy Cooper McGrew's Under Fire. Shortly thereafter, his journey in the world of cinema commenced with his film debut in Arms and the Woman, 1916. His identity as E.G. Robinson was firmly established in 1923 through his role in the silent film The Bright Shawl. As the specter of World War II cast its shadow over Europe, Robinson portrayed an FBI agent in Confessions of a Nazi Spy, 1939, a pioneering American film that starkly depicted Nazism as a grave menace to the United States. Despite his desire to serve in the military, he was deemed ineligible due to his age, which stood at 48 when he volunteered in June 1942. Nonetheless, Robinson remained a fervent and vocal critic of fascism and Nazism during this pivotal period. In 1927, Robinson entered matrimony with Gladys Lloyd Cassell, a stage actress. Their union brought forth a son named Edward G. Robinson, Jr., affectionately known as Manny, 1933 and 1974, as well as a daughter from Gladys's previous marriage. Their matrimonial voyage, however, encountered stormy seas, culminating in divorce in 1956. Robinson embarked on a new chapter of his life in 1958, exchanging vows with Jane Bodenheimer, a renowned dress designer professionally recognized as Jane Arden. The curtain fell on Robinson's life on January 26, 1973, as he succumbed to bladder cancer at Cedar Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles. A poignant service was conducted at Temple Israel in Los Angeles, where Charlton Heston delivered a heartfelt eulogy. Yvonne DiCarlo as Sephora. Sephora, a shepherdess hailing from Midian and the eldest daughter of Jethro, the Sheik of Midian, played a significant role in the life of Moses. She became the second wife of Moses, forging a deep bond with him, and together they welcomed their son, Gershom. Her career took a transformative turn in 1964 when, grappling with financial woes, she inked a contract with Universal Studios. This marked the beginning of her portrayal of the female lead in The Munsters, alongside Fred Gwynne. Notably, she was the favored choice of the producers to step into the iconic role of Lily Munster, a role initially designated for Joan Marshall, who was subsequently dropped from consideration. In 1950, DeCarlo embarked on a personal endeavor, acquiring an expansive 11-room ranch nestled on 5.5 acres of picturesque hilly woodland along Coldwater Canyon Drive in Studio City, Los Angeles, overlooking Beverly Hills. This abode, a manifestation of her aspirations, featured meticulously designed spaces, including an English-style dining room adorned with exquisite paneling and stained glass windows. To accommodate her equestrian pursuits, she thoughtfully erected stables for her beloved horses, and a grand swimming pool added to the estate's allure. Eventually, in 1975, she bid adieu to this cherished property. In 1981, a new chapter unfolded as she relocated to a ranch in the serene Santa Ynez Valley near Solvang, California. Despite the passage of years, DeCarlo's indomitable spirit persisted. In 1998, she encountered a minor stroke, a testament to her resilience. Later, she became a resident of the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, where she spent her final years. On January 8, 2007, she departed from this world due to heart failure, leaving behind a legacy woven into the tapestry of Hollywood's history. Deborah Paget as Lilia. Lilia, a Hebrew slave who toiled as a water girl, faced the trials of servitude in her early life. As a firstborn, her journey took a harrowing turn when she was compelled to become the concubine of Dathan. He was a former chief Hebrew overseer who ascended to the role of governor of Goshen after the demise of Baca. Lilia's life took another twist when she entered wedlock with Joshua, who would go on to succeed Moses, marking a new chapter in her remarkable story. Deborah Paget's entree into the world of cinema was marked by her portrayal of Tina Raconti, the girlfriend of Richard Conte's character in Cry of the City. This 1948 film noir, directed by Robert Siodmak for 20th Century Fox, showcased her talent and earned her favor with the studio, leading to a long-term contract. Her early roles included appearances in films such as Mother is a Freshman, 1949, It Happens Every Spring, 1949, and House of Strangers, 1949. Later in life, Deborah Paget experienced a profound spiritual transformation, embracing Christianity. She took on hosting duties for her own show, An Interlude with Deborah Paget, broadcast on the Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, a Christian television network during the early 1990s. Her involvement extended to programs like Praise the Lord. Additionally, she made occasional guest appearances in Spain. Paget's romantic journey included several marriages. She tied the knot with actor and singer David Street on January 14, 1958, although their union was short-lived, ending in divorce on April 11, 1958. Subsequently, on March 27, 1960, she married Bud Boitaker, a director in Tijuana, Mexico. Their marriage faced an abrupt separation just 22 days later, culminating in an official divorce in 1961. In 1964, Paget decided to step away from the entertainment industry, following her marriage to Ling Si-kung on April 19, 1962. Kung, an influential Chinese-American figure in the oil industry, came from a prominent family with ties to business and politics. Their union bore a son, Gregory Techi-kung, but ultimately concluded in divorce in 1980, marking a new chapter in Paget's personal journey. John Derek as Joshua. Joshua, once a slave, rose from the bonds of servitude to become the successor to Moses. His remarkable journey took an unexpected turn when his striking appearance caught the attention of talent scouts and industry figures. Guided by his agent Henry Wilson, who bestowed upon him the temporary stage name Dare Harris, and with the support of David O. Selznick, Joshua embarked on a budding film career. He made his initial foray into cinema with minor roles in Selznick's productions, including Since You Went Away, 1944, and I'll Be Seeing You, 1944. Following the culmination of World War II, Derek's cinematic journey continued with a small part in A Double Life, 1947. It was during this time that he encountered Humphrey Bogart, who rechristened him John Derek and cast him as Nick Prettyboy Romano, an unrepentant killer, in Knock on Any Door, 1949. Directed by Nicholas Ray, this socially conscious melodrama marked a significant step in Derek's evolving acting career. In 1948, Derek entered into matrimony with Patti Bears Aristov, a Turkish-born prima ballerina. Their union brought forth two children, Russell Andre, 1950-1999, and Sean Catherine, born 1953. Tragically, Russell suffered a life-altering motorcycle accident in 1969, leaving him paralyzed from the chest down. The strains of Derek's marriage to Patti Bears Aristov are chronicled in the memoir Cast of Characters, 1982, penned by their daughter Sean Catherine. The course of Derek's life took a dramatic turn in the late summer of 1955 when he crossed paths with Ursula Andress, a 19-year-old aspiring Swiss actress who spoke little English at the time. This encounter led to the dissolution of his marriage to Patti Bears Aristov, culminating in their divorce in 1956. John Derek's journey ultimately came to an end on May 22, 1998, when he succumbed to cardiovascular disease in Santa Maria, California, at the age of 71. Cedric Hardwicke as Sethi. Sethi, the son and designated successor of Pharaoh Ramesses I of ancient Egypt, ascended to the throne of Egypt before the momentous exodus of the Hebrews. His rule followed the reign of his father, Pharaoh Ramesses II. Hardwicke's debut on the theatrical stage occurred in 1912 at London's Lyceum Theatre during the run of Frederick Melville's melodrama The Monk and the Woman. During the same year, he assumed the role of Brother John in the production. His theatrical journey continued as he understudied at Her Majesty's Theatre and later graced the Garrick Theatre in Charles Klein's play Find the Woman and Trust the People. In the realm of cinema, Hardwicke embarked on his British film career in 1931. As the late 1930s unfolded, Hollywood beckoned, and he became a sought-after actor. He notably portrayed David Livingstone alongside Spencer Tracy's Henry Morton Stanley in Stanley and Livingstone, 1939, and assumed the role of the malevolent Frollo in the remake of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1939, starring Charles Laughton. His cinematic endeavors continued in 1940 with his portrayal of Mr. Jones in the screen adaptation of Joseph Conrad's novel Victory. In 1928, he entered into matrimony with the English actress Helena Pickard. However, their union faced dissolution in 1948, resulting in a divorce. Their son, Edward Hardwicke, followed in his footsteps as an actor. Subsequently, his second marriage, which yielded a son named Mikhail, also concluded in divorce. This marriage was to actress Mary Scott, 1921-2009, and lasted from 1950 to 1961. A lifelong habit of heavy smoking took its toll on his health, leading to emphysema. Regrettably, on August 6, 1964, at the age of 71, Hardwicke passed away in New York due to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. His remains were repatriated to England, where a memorial service was held before he was cremated at Golders Green Crematorium in North London, with his ashes scattered there. Nina Folk as Bithia. Bithia, an Egyptian princess and the daughter of Pharaoh Ramesses Zafar, played a remarkable role in the life of Moses. Despite being a young widow with no children of her own, she chose to adopt Moses, who was born to Hebrew slaves. Under her care, Moses was raised as a prince within the opulent surroundings of Egypt. At the tender age of 19, Foch inked a contract with Columbia Pictures. setting the stage for her entry into the world of cinema. She marked her feature film debut in Columbia's horror production, The Return of the Vampire, 1943, alongside the iconic Bela Lugosi. Her cinematic journey continued with Columbia's Cry of the Werewolf in the following year. In 1951, Foch graced the screen alongside Gene Kelly in the musical masterpiece An American in Paris, a film that received the prestigious Best Picture Oscar that year. Her talents extended to Scaramouche, 1952, where she portrayed Marie Antoinette. Despite her cinematic success, she returned to the theater in 1955, captivating audiences with her performances in an off-Broadway production of Measure for Measure and The Taming of the Shrew. Tragically, on December 5, 2008, at the age of 84, Foch passed away at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. Her son, Dirk de Brito, revealed that her demise was a result of complications arising from the blood disorder myelodysplasia. Foch had fallen ill the day before, even while continuing her dedicated work as an educator at USC. Martha Scott as Jochebed. Jochebed, a Hebrew slave hailing from the tribe of Levi, was born in the land of Goshen. Her life took a significant turn when she married Amram, and together they became the parents of 3 remarkable children, Miriam, Aaron, and Moses. Jochebed's maternal instincts and courage shone brightly when she defied the cruel decree of Pharaoh Ramesses, rescuing her newborn son Moses from the perilous fate that awaited all Hebrew male infants. Scott embarked on her career journey soon after completing her college education. A pivotal moment came when she joined the Globe Theatre troupe, captivating audiences with her performances in a series of Shakespearean productions at the Century of Progress World's Fair in Chicago in 1934. This early success propelled her to the vibrant cultural hub of New York City, where she found herself immersed in a world of opportunities. Her talents graced both stock stage productions and the captivating realm of radio dramas. In matters of the heart, Scott experienced the bonds of matrimony twice. Her first marriage was to Carlton William Alsop, a radio producer and announcer from 1940 to 1946. Following this chapter, she entered into a lasting union with the renowned jazz pianist and composer Mel Powell in 1946, a partnership that endured until his passing in 1998. Jochebed's family grew to include one son, Carlton Scott Alsop, from her first marriage, and 2 daughters, Mary Powell Harpel and Kathleen Powell, from her second. Sadly, Jochebed's journey came to an end on May 28, 2003, in Van Nuys, Los Angeles. She passed away peacefully at the age of 90, succumbing to the gentle embrace of natural causes. Judith Anderson as Memnet. Memnet was a devoted Egyptian slave nurse, faithfully serving Bithia and Nefertiti throughout the reigns of pharaohs Ramesses I and Sethi II. As a third-generation servant, her loyalty unwaveringly belonged to the royal Egyptian family, and she harbored reservations about Moses' introduction into the pharaoh's court. Her entrancing journey into the world of acting commenced in 1915 when she graced the stage under the pseudonym Francie Anderson. This auspicious debut unfolded at the Theatre Royal in Sydney, where she portrayed Stephanie in the production A Royal Divorce. It was during this time that the Scottish actor Julius Knight played a pivotal role in shaping her burgeoning acting prowess, leaving an indelible mark on her thespian talents. Anderson's personal life bore the mark of matrimony twice over, though she candidly admitted that neither experience brought unbridled joy. Her first union was with Benjamin Harrison Lehman, 1889 to 1977, an English professor at the University of California at Berkeley. They exchanged vows in 1937, but ultimately parted ways in August 1939. This marriage also introduced her to a stepson, Benjamin Harrison Lehman Jr., born 1918. Following this, she embarked on a marriage with Luther Green, 1909-1987, a theatrical producer in July 1946, but the union concluded in divorce by 1951. The later chapters of Anderson's life unfolded in Santa Barbara, California, where she made her home. It was there that she peacefully passed away in 1992 at the age of 94, succumbing to pneumonia. Vincent Price as Baka. Baka served as an Egyptian master builder during Pharaoh Sethi's reign, overseeing the intricate construction of Sethi's grand treasure city, a testament to his architectural prowess and dedication. Vincent Price embarked on his cinematic journey as a character actor, marking his film debut in Service de Luxe, 1938. However, it was his memorable performance in Laura, 1944, directed by Otto Preminger and starring opposite Gene Tierney, that firmly established his presence in the world of cinema. Over his career, he portrayed a diverse range of characters, from Joseph Smith in Brigham Young, 1940, to the prosecutor Vital Dutour in The Song of Bernadette, 1943, and even a pretentious priest in The Keys of the Kingdom, 1944. Price's personal life bore witness to 3 marriages. His first, in 1938, united him with former actress Edith Barrett, resulting in the birth of their son, Vincent Barrett Price. This marriage concluded in 1948. In 1949, he married Mary Grant, and they welcomed their daughter, Victoria Price, on April 27, 1962, naming her in honor of Price's successful role in the play Victoria Regina. This marriage endured until 1973. Subsequently, Price entered into matrimony with Australian actress Coral Brown in 1974, notable for her appearance as one of his on-screen victims in Theatre of Blood, 1973. Their union persisted until her passing in 1991. In his later years, Price faced health challenges, grappling with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and Parkinson's disease. These ailments significantly impacted him during the filming of Edward Scissorhands, necessitating a shortened filming schedule. His health ultimately led to his retirement from Mystery in 1989. Vincent Price's remarkable journey came to an end at the age of 82, as he succumbed to lung cancer on October 25, 1993, within the comfort of his Los Angeles home. We close this chapter on the cast of The 10 Commandments from 1956 and their remarkable journeys through time. It's evident that their impact on the world of film and entertainment has been enduring. From Charlton Heston's iconic portrayal of Moses to Anne Baxter's captivating performance as Nefertiti, these actors left an indelible mark on cinematic history. Their then and now stories remind us of the enduring power of this timeless epic. While we celebrate the legacy of this incredible ensemble, we are reminded that their talent and dedication continue to inspire new generations of filmmakers and movie lovers alike.